but we can still carry ourselves just like that. And again, right, we have to make sure we stay in tune with our goals, regardless of what's going around. You guys have a lot of time to work on your character stripes, to work on your jiu-jitsu goals, right? So we'll go over a couple things, a couple challenges that we've been working
to
on the
work
past.
on.
Sorry, give me a second here.
You're fine.
Okay, a couple challenges that we were working on this week, and then Professor Cameron's also going to be able to talk and work with some of our little champions members here, our teammates at home. All right, so let's give it about a minute, then we'll get started here. Again, it's perfect time to work on making sure we focus our mind, right? Making sure that you guys focus your eyes, making sure you guys focus your ears and focus your body as well, right? If we get all that in tune together, then we'll make the most out of today's lesson, today's class. Another thing that I want to ask you guys is make sure you, if you have any questions, right, save them for the last part of the class, the last portion, and then we'll be gladly it's happy to share some to answer your questions and share some of the drills and other stuff that we've been working on in our off time as well. Okay. um so listen, we're gonna get started here soon, so I will need everyone to stand up just like you guys are in class. We're gonna carry ourselves like martial artists, right? So I need everyone to take a, let me see, we're gonna move this. So I need everyone to stand up, right? Just like Professor Cameron and myself, we're standing tall here, chest up, good posture. I need everyone to be in our ready stance. Perfect. All right, listen up here, team. Ready stance. Attention. Go ahead and bow. Awesome. So listen up. Before I pass on the time for to Professor Cameron, I want to talk to you guys about our challenge, which we're gonna talk about it and guide you guys through our drill later on in the second portion of the class. Our first portion is going to be for our little champions, but I still want the older kids to be in tune with the class. All right, and this is going to lead us into the bigger kids class in the second portion of the class, like I mentioned. All right, so go ahead.
Okay, team. So let's get nice and focused right now. So everybody, pick up your two fingers, point to your ears, nice and loud. Say, focus my ears. Good. Point to your eyes. Say, focus my eyes. Point to your forehead. Say, focus my mind. Point to your body. Say, focus my body. Very good, team. So remember to stay focused when we're in class. Okay, team. So we're going to start with our warm-up. We're going to start with 10 jumping jacks. So when we do our jumping jacks, we do a little hop, open our hands and our feet, and then we close them. I'm going to count. You guys can count with me if you want. We're going to do 10 of them. Ready, team. Make sure before we start our warm-up, we have plenty of space. So make sure you're not going to hit your teammates, your siblings, and you have enough area to practice our martial arts. So we start with 10 jumping jacks. Make sure you guys have room. Don't hit your head on the ceiling. Ready, team. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, team. Ready, stance. Good. All right, we're gonna do 10 again. Everybody together. Ready. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, team. So the next one we're going to do is our break fall. So make sure you guys have a nice surface you're going to fall onto. We're not going to fall hard. Give myself a hug, tuck my chin to my chest, sit down, I slap the mat, and then I stand all the way back up. So we're going to do 5 of these on my count. Ready, team? So everybody on your feet. Tuck your chin, give yourself a hug. Ready. 1. And then back up to our feet. 2. Back up to our feet. 3. Back up to our feet. 4. Back up to our feet. And the last one, and 5. And this one we can stay on the ground. We don't have to stand back up. So everyone sit down. So now I'm gonna be sitting down. I'm gonna roll back. My feet are gonna go straight up to the ceiling and I come back down. Pay attention to my belt. My belt is coming off the ground when I do this. So really lift your hips up, take your belt off the ground and come back. We're gonna do 10 of them on my count. So make sure you guys have some space. Ready, team. 1, hips up, back down. 2, hips up, back down. 3, hips up, back down. 4, hips up, back down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, try to take your hips as high as you can, and 10. Good, so now stretch a little bit. So I'm gonna roll back. I'm gonna try to touch my feet as close as I can to the ground behind me, and then I come back. This one's gonna be on our own, so don't wait for me to count. Roll back, touch, and then come back. Roll back, touch, and come back. Okay, team, let's start practicing this one. Try your very best to touch the ground behind your head, and then come back. So we roll and come back. If you can't touch the ground yet, that's okay. Just keep practicing. So if it looks like this, that's a good place to start. Just keep giving effort. Try to touch your feet behind you right here. Keep going, team. Just a few more. Time. Good job. All right, so everyone pay attention. So now we're gonna do our bridges. So I'm gonna be on my back. My feet are gonna be flat on the ground. And then I take my belt off the floor just like this. So I can reach my hand behind me without touching my belt. I'm gonna stay in this bridge position. I'm gonna lean, touch the mat. You see my feet are still flat on the ground. I come back, my belt is still off the ground, and I go to the other side. So I'm going back and forth with our bridge. So we're gonna practice this one on our own. So let's start practicing, team. So hips up in the air, and let's practice our bridge. So we're going back and forth. Back and forth. Keep your belt off the ground the whole time. Back and forth. Back and forth. Just a few more, team. Make sure your feet stay planted. Time. Good job. All right, so now let's get into this position. One knee up, one knee down. This one's gonna work on our strength of our leg and our balance. So make sure you have some space. This one's gonna look right here. I'm gonna kick my foot and come back down. So make sure you guys have space to do that. Don't kick your camera or your brothers or sisters. So this foot that's on the ground is gonna stay on the ground the whole time. My knee that's pointing up, this foot stays here. I'm gonna lean forward, kick, and then I come back down with control. So we're gonna do 5 on one leg and then 5 on the other leg on my count. Ready, team? 1. Good. 2. 3. 4. Last one on this leg. 5. Good. Let's switch our feet now. Switch our knees. So our other knee's pointing up now. Ready, team. 5 again. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Good job, team. Okay, now let's sit down right here. So this one is called the machine gun. So my feet are gonna stay off the ground the whole time. My arms are gonna be straight. I'm gonna bring my opposite hand to my foot. I'm gonna kick 1, 2, 3, 4, then I rest. So every time I count, we do 4 reps of these. Make sure your legs are as straight as you can. Don't bend them in too much. Don't keep them too straight. Have a good medium base right here. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I rest. We're gonna do 5 of these on my count. Ready, team. So feet off the ground, arms up, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job, team. So now we're staying in this position. We're gonna do 10 of these. My hands are gonna be up, my feet are gonna be off the ground, and then I kick my feet to my hands just like this. It's supposed to be a little bit quicker, so keep your balance. So arms straight, my arms don't move, they're like a statue. My feet move to my hands. Ready, team. So arms up, feet off the ground. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, team. Okay, so this next one, I'm gonna be in this position right here. So I'm staying low, kind of like a frog, just like this. So I'm just gonna move back and forth. I'm gonna put my knuckles on the ground, my hands on the ground right here. I'm gonna scoop forward, and I'm gonna put my hands behind me, and I'm gonna scoop back. So I'm just gonna go forward and back. See, I'm putting the weight on my hands so I can fly a little bit here, and I'm just going back. So I'm going back and forth, just like this. Okay, team, so ready. So we're gonna go forward and back. So ready, everybody go forward, and then now back. Forward and 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 back. Now, good job. Now I'm gonna go sideways. I'll put my hands on the ground. So here, put my hands to the side, and I just move to the side right here. Just like this, going back and forth. So ready, team. Hands to the side. So this is my right. So ready, team. Going towards our right. And now to the left. One side and the other side. You should feel this burning your legs a little bit. One side and the other side. You can put your hands on the ground. This looks more like a monkey to me. So it's one side and the other side. One side and the other. Keep going, team. Back and forth. If you want to add some monkey sounds, feel free to do that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, team. So now let's work on our hops. So make sure we have space and we control our landing when we fall down. I'm gonna start in this position. My hands are gonna be on the ground. When I jump, my knees are gonna come to my chest. So I'm here, I'm gonna jump up, my knees come to my chest, and I come back down. Make sure you guys have space. You don't hit your head on a lamp or a ceiling. If you don't have enough space, you just do a little hop and then come back down. If you have the room, try to jump as high as you can and come back down. Ready, team, hands on the ground. This one's gonna be on my count. We're gonna do 7 of these. Ready, team. Everybody get ready, get ready, get ready. 1. Nice. 2. 3. Make sure you bring your knees to your chest. 4. 5. 6. Last one, best one yet, and 7. Good job, team. So now, stand up on your feet. Now we're gonna balance a little bit. So I'm gonna bring my opposite hand. I'm gonna try to touch the ground on one leg, then I come back. Then I switch sides. Touch the ground and come back. See, I lost my balance on one side, so I make sure I'm focused. Try again. So it's gonna go back, opposite hand, opposite foot. Here, come back. Touch and come back. Okay, team, so make sure you guys come back to a strong posture every time. So ready, let's go. So right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, Whoa. Who pushed me? Right foot, left foot. Right foot, left foot. Keep going, team. Right and left. Right and left. One more each side. Right and left. Good job, team. So again, make sure we have some room. We're gonna work on our sprawl. So we're gonna move our feet in place. When I say sprawl, I drop my belt down to the ground here, and then I stand back up and I keep moving my feet as quick as I can. So make sure you're not gonna kick your dog or anything behind you or your teammates. Move our feet. We're going on my count. Ready, team? Move your feet in place. Sprawl. And we come back up. So our belts come down to the ground every time. Sprawl. 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 Good. Just a few more, team. Sprawl. 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 Good job, team. Okay, we're almost done. So now we're on some balance in our push-up position. So everybody, get into a push-up position just like this. Okay, now let's work on our balance. So everyone, take your right hand off the ground. Raise your right hand up in the air like you have a question. Good, now reach it forward like you're trying to give me a high five through your TV. Nice. Good, put that hand down. And now left hand, other hand, off the ground. Good, now raise it up in the air like you have a question. Now forward, like you're trying to give me a high five through the TV. Don't hit your team, don't hit your screen there. Good, now back down. Now right leg, high up in the air. Now put your right knee on your elbow just like this. So your foot is still off the ground. Good, put it back in the air. And then now put it down. Now left leg up in the air. Good, now put your left knee on your elbow, just like this. Good, now put it back in the air. And now put it down. Now, take your right hand off the ground, left leg in the air. So now we're gonna have 2 points of contact. Whoa. Good, back down. Now, left hand off the ground, right leg in the air. And this is a good drill to do at home when you have some free time. You can always work on your balance. You can play around trying to touch your foot, reaching up. There's a lot of different ways you can play with your balance when you have one hand and one foot on the ground. All right, let's go back to our push-up position. Okay, team, last drill, we're gonna do 10 push-ups all together. So ready, team, push-up position. You guys can count at home with me. Ready, down, 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down, 6, down, 7, down, 8, down, 9, down, 10. Good job, team. Okay, so Everyone take a seat, focus your ears on me. So I'm gonna tell you some cool ways you can earn some life stripes at home when you can't come to class. So there's a few ways. So everyone, let's control our breathing. So sit like a black belt, crisscross your feet, chest up, not like this. Right here, chest up like a black belt. Let's practice our breathing. So everybody, breathe in through your nose and then out through your nose. In through your nose, out through your nose. In through your nose, out through your nose. One more, team. In through your nose, out through your nose. Good job. Okay, team. So before I talk about extra ways to earn some character stripes, we're gonna go over our 8 magic words. So you can repeat them back to me if you guys would like, but I'm gonna tell you guys all 8 of them. And this is a perfect way to show respect, especially when we're home all day with our parents. You can really show them some respect by using your 8 magic words. So repeat after me. Say yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Please. Thank you. You're welcome. And excuse me. So you can always practice your 8 magic words, and that goes along with having good manners. A black belt needs to have good manners, especially when you're at home. Sometimes it can feel like a vacation when you can't go outside and play at the park or can't go to school. So now's a perfect time to work on all your black belt habits. One of the best habits you can do right now is listening to your parents. Okay, team. So now I'm going to talk about some ways to earn some character stripes. So the gym is always going to be open from 3:30 to 6. If you want to come in and get some of these papers, we have a book to give you guys for the little champions. So this goes with our life lessons. The older kids are reading the book, but the little champions, you guys have this one as a coloring book. So it has a story with it. Let me get a little bit closer so you can see. So it has a story, but you can color it however you want to and follow along with the story with your parents at home. If you complete this whole book, then you earn yourself some character stripes. So once you complete this one and move on to the bigger kids class, then you start reading the hard copies of it. But this is going to be some of the homework you can do at home. And we have these books here. So if you guys want to get one, just tell your parents, just come to the gym between 3:30 and 6. You can pick yourself up one of these copies of books. And then we also have this self-discipline card too for the little champions class. So I know the older kids, you guys already have this in your folder, but we're doing this now for the little champions. So this is self-discipline card. You pick a chore or your parents pick a chore for you. And every time you do it, then they write down. So if I say my chore is for me is like feeding my cat. So if I feed my cat every day, then I write down, okay, I fed him one day. I fed him the next day. I fed him the next day. Once I complete one side and the other side, then I can bring this back to the gym and I give myself a character stripe. Everybody understand? I can't hear you guys, so just give me a thumbs up if you guys understand. Nice. So we have these. We can email these to you, or you can come to the gym and pick them up with your parents. Remember, from 3:30 to 6, Monday through Friday. And if you don't know if we're here, you just call in ahead and we'll let you guys know if we're here or not. But you have these self-discipline cards, and we also have the Way of the Warrior book for you. So if you ever feel like you're getting bored at home, this has a lot of life lessons and a lot of stuff we do here at the gym in a fun story that you guys can do with your brothers, sisters, and your parents. Everybody understand? And then one more way you can earn some life stripes is everybody turned in your vision boards. So we still have your vision boards up at the gym. So if you guys want to, if you come take your vision board back, make a video with your parents explaining what is on your vision board, send it to us, and then we'll give you a life stripe. So that's three new ways to earn life stripes while you're at home. We have your self-discipline homework. We have the Way of the Warrior coloring book with all of our life lessons we've been teaching you guys. And then our vision boards. Everybody understand? Thumbs up if you guys understand. I can't hear everybody. Good. Okay, team. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Little Champions part of the class. If you guys want to stay and do the rest of the class, feel free to stay. But if you start getting a little restless, you guys can go ahead and be dismissed. But now I'm going to give it to Coach Jose, Professor Jose, and he's going to talk for the rest of the kids.
All right, listen up, team. So yeah, Professor Cameron mentioned about our homework material pickup time between 3:30 and 6:30. And if you guys have any assignments to turn in, we'll give you the stripe. Obviously, we have everything at the front desk, and we'll maintain the distance just like everyone should. We'll give you the stripes on a piece of paper. Then you can put them on your belt. All right. So again, just because this is happening around it doesn't mean it's gonna stop our goals and our progression from improving either as a martial artist or maybe as a future leader and a future black belt. All right. Kids, don't forget we are in our new book, right? Now, if you are in between the ages where you're little champions to now moving on to the bigger kids, this is a great way to read with your parents, right? You can do a couple chapters a day. We have 24 chapters, so it's not going to take you that long to get through a chapter. A total of 4 sheets. That's 4 stripes. And again, the life lessons of the month. This is the last day for this one, but you guys can still get it. Tomorrow we'll have our new life lesson as we are starting a new month. Um, and the character development word of the week as well. That's right there. 2 stripes that you guys can do in a matter of 15 minutes. All right. The other thing I want to talk about it's the Tiger Routine Challenge. Now, this is important that some of our little champions stay. This is why I want to encourage you. I want to challenge you to go a little bit past the time of the 30 minutes. I know you think, oh, I just got it done and I'm done. That's fine. I understand that. But if you think you can keep going for the benefit of your progression of martial arts and get better, second, it's going to allow you to see what the challenge is about, which is a Tiger Routine. I will walk you guys through the steps. This is what I need from you. Maybe get a piece of paper so you guys can write the name of it and the number of routines that we're going to do today. If you do that, record it, send it to Professor Travis or post it online and tag us. Make sure that you tag us, obviously. We'll give you a stripe for that. This is our challenge of the week, right? We have into Thursday, so make sure you guys get to work and practice hard. And then last weekend, we had our 48-hour challenge of clean your room. Some of you guys turn in send it to Professor Travis, which was awesome, super impressive. I was very impressed. Keep up that same work ethic, right? Right now that we're not going to school and maybe we're not able to come to jiu-jitsu. So keep doing that. The other thing that I want to talk to you guys about, it's showing you a couple ways for the parent, maybe it doesn't train jiu-jitsu or a sibling at home where you guys can actually take part of maybe a couple games. We had some great questions from the parents this morning. Even parents who don't train, we encourage you guys to watch it because I'm gonna walk you guys through a couple phases of games that you guys can do. This goes directly towards the guidance of helping your kid develop their skills on the mat. Sometimes we forget that they're 8-year-old, 7-year-old kids and we want them sort of be perfect. But that's really not going to happen, right? And our best way is to always encourage progression, always encourage getting better, even one little percentage. That's really what we believe is going to be the best guidance for them. So I'm gonna walk you guys through some of that stuff. But first, let's walk through the Tiger Routine. So this is what I need, team. I need you guys to stand tall, right? Make sure you have enough space because we are going to do a couple of drills. And this is the total of drills to sit, right? Whenever I first started learning the Tiger Routine, I realized that trying to learn all of them at the same time kind of confused me a little bit. So I broke it down in steps, sort of like a jiu-jitsu move when we teach you guys. This is why it's important to be patient, right? And practice just like a black belt would. Broke it down in two blocks of 3 moves, right? It's a total of 6 moves. So I try to learn the first 3 moves, and then from there add on one move, then the other move, the other routine. I'm sorry, and so I was able to finish the 6 routines. Now, what does the tiger consist? If of doing a flow, a consistent flow of non-stopping, right, and going from one routine to another routine until you complete the 6 routines. All right. The first one, it's the typical hip side to side whip, right? That's what it's called. There's a whip here. So we're starting in in our hip S mount position, we call it here with the kids class, right? Where my chest is up. I don't want to have my hands on the mat. I want to have chest up, hands off the mat. One little concept that Professor Travis talked about or idea is imagine that you're sort of carrying a medicine ball or something with your hands, a basketball here, right? So your hands are not falling off. Second, you maintain your posture up. And now on this one, I am using my hands for momentum, right? So watch how my legs go from one side to the other, all right? Just like this, boom, right? So again, this is called the whip. So what I need everyone to get in position. We're gonna practice together, all right? I start with my right knee forward, left knee back. Is everyone in position? Give me a thumbs up. Good? All right, so let's get ready, team. We're gonna go with the whip side to side. Good. Just like that. Make sure everyone's doing it, right? Because this is going towards our challenge of the week, which is doing the tiger routine in one consistent flow. Awesome. All right. So that's the most basic one. I think everyone's done it from the little champions to the bigger kids. That's called the whip. The next one is kick the door drill. Now, Professor Travis brought up a point this morning for the adult class is I'm not really swinging my leg and kicking, right? What I actually want to do is I want to bring my knee in front of me, right in front of my chest. You see? Right? Now I can extend my leg. Look how straight it becomes, right? And I'm holding it up. Now when I switch, I do the same thing. I'm going to tuck my leg in as I bring my knee to my chest. And then I kick. You see? Just like that. Now I go back. I'm in the S-bound position, chest up, right? So let's do it again. Bring my knee to my chest and kick. Good. I'm going to tuck my leg in, bring my knee to my chest and kick. Now I bring it back. Awesome job, team. Let's do it a little faster now, right? But still control. I'm bringing my knee to my chest, kick, switch, kick, bring my leg back. Awesome. Keep going. Knee to my chest, kick, switch, kick, and go back. Good. So listen, it's a total going back and forth twice. So for example, I would go here, 1, 2, right? 1, 2, back. You see that? Just like the whip. Side to side. Now the second one will be kick the door drill. Awesome. So if you have a notebook, make sure you're writing 1, the whip. If you don't know how to spell it, ask one of your parents to show you how to spell it, right? The second one, or at least try to memorize the name. The second one is kick the door drill, right? That's number 2. So that's the flow is growing now. We have 2 routines. We're gonna add another one. This is called around the world, right? On this one, I'm gonna do it a couple times. You guys watch me. Good. So a couple observations, right? If you guys notice, I kept my posture forward, kept my chest facing you guys. I never spun around. And the reason why is because I posted my hands on the mat. All right. Now the second thing, it's my hips. They're not coming off the ground and spinning, right? My hips have to stay as low as they can to the ground. I'll show you. I'll do it slow. You see? So my hips never came up. that would throw me off balance and put me in a different position. Again, on the mat, bring my leg across, hips on the mat, and I switch. Then again. Awesome. So that's called around the world, right? Make sure you guys write it down. Make sure you guys practice. That's number 3, right? Let's add it to the flow. Let's start with the whip first, right? Make sure everyone's doing it side to side. Now kick the door drill. Awesome. Now around the world. Good. So now our flow is growing even more, right? We have 3 routines. We're going to move on to number 4. All right. This one, again, I am relying on my hands, right? But what I want to do is I want to switch my feet. Right here, I'm posting my hands to the mat. Make sure you guys watch me first. Then I switch my hips unless you know it already. Then I switch my hips. You see, you know what this reminds me of? Sort of like Spider-Man when he's climbing up the building, right? Or think about an alligator when he's walking very low to the ground. You see? Then I go back. I'll break it down in 2 portions, right? First one, hands on the mat. Watch my feet are gonna switch, my hips. Then my chest is gonna stay very low to the ground. Just like that. I can look for an elbow-knee connection. Now look how strong I am. Then I go back, just like that. Hands on the mat, switch. Then I go back. Hands on the mat, switch. Then I go back. Maybe let's try the other side, right? Let's do it again. Hands on the mat, I switch my hips, chest very low, just like Spider-Man, climbing up the building, right? We go back. Back to my S-mount. This is my starting point, right? If I get confused, then this is my position where I'm going to restart, okay? So now again, hands on the mat, switch, push up, mat, to my position. Now let's switch. Now we'll finish this drill, okay? This is called protect and walk, right? I'm posting my hands on the mat, then I'm switching my feet. And this is why it's the protect and walk. Watch how I'm going to lift my left arm up and my back leg will kick through, just like kick the door drill, and I post my hands on the mat. Good balance. My hips are not on the mat, they're off the mat. My hands are posting nice and balanced. Then I go back. Raise my left arm up, and I bring my leg back. Back to this position, and I switch, right? Again, let's do it again. We go back, switch. Now a little slower. Hands on the mat, switch, push up, and kick. We go back, control, and switch. Awesome. So let's add it to the drill now, team. We're on number 4, right? Let's start with the whip, side to side. Now, kick the door drill. Good. Now, around the world. Great job. Next one, protect the wall. We'll switch, right, to go to the other side. Then again. Now we switch. Great job. So that's number 4. We're almost done, team. Stay focused. We're moving on to number 5. Number 5, it's one of my favorite. This one helped me a lot whenever people were trying to take my back, right? So I'll show you here in a minute. So what I'm doing, I'm starting again to my reset position, right? Where we started with the whip. This time, whatever arm it's on the top, on the side of the top front knee, I'm going to post it on the mat. I'm going to bring my head down, right? And then I'm going to kick my leg back. So now my hips are on the mat. You see? The next portion is I'm going belly down and switching to the other side so I can step my leg up. All right? Now, here's the last thing. I'm going to bring my knee through and kick my leg back and bring my head up. Now, I'm on the other side. So let's go back. Shoulder, right hand to the back of my back here. Shoulder on the mat, head by my knee. Now I switch, kick my leg back. Hips on the mat. I walk. Now I bring my knee up and switch. I'm back to the S-mount position. So let's do it together, right? Again, good posture, just like a black belt. Hand to the side here. Head goes by my knee, and I kick my leg back. Now I'm walking my hips very low, and I bring my knee up. Here's the last switch right here. I bring my knee up and posture up. We'll go back. Follow my lead. And I'm up. So this is called the lizard, right? Number 5 is called the lizard. Let's add it to the flow. We're gonna start with the whip, side to side. Make sure everyone's doing it. Good, kick the door through. Good, around the world. Hips on the mat. Protect and walk here. Now we'll switch. Right? So now, now we're gonna go back to our hip switch and add the last one, right? The last one is called the lifter. So my hand is going to the side, right behind my belt. My head goes to the mat. Then we're adding it to the flow. Up. Back to my position, right? So that's number 5. Moving on to the last one. This is one of my favorite ones, right? So from here, good posture up, sit up, step, right? Make sure I balance my weight off this leg. So now I can bring my knee off the mat. So this is what I'm doing. I'm bringing my leg across to my hand. Now I go back, balance, and I step back. How do I step back? If you see my back leg here, go to tuck my back leg in, and now this one floats to the back, right? Now I can switch however I want. Maybe I can do the whip, or maybe I'll do the lizard. Here, you see? So now I sit up and step. Good balance, good. Knee off the mat, and I kick. Knee on the mat, tuck my leg in, and back. Awesome. So this one is kick the mouth drill, all right? Because it looks just like you're bringing your leg up and kicking somebody in the mouth, right? That's a good reference, a good way to remember it. So let's do it again. Good. Chest up, step, good balance, right? Knee off the mat, and I get ready for my kick. Then I balance. Tuck my leg in, step back. Awesome. Now we'll switch. Do the whip this time. Chest up, step, balance, knee off the mat, and kick. Now we sit, right? Step back, and that's it. That's number 6, right? So let's do it together. We're gonna go through the flow one more time. Then I want you guys to show me to see if you guys have it, right? If you guys got it, then that's a good way to practice for your strike. So let's do it again. We're gonna start with the whip. Let's start with the knee, right knee forward, right? Side to side, let's do it together. Awesome, so now kick the door through. Good, around the world. protect and walk. Perfect. Next one, the lizard. And the last one, kick them out. Great job, team. So let's see. I want to see some of you guys demonstrate the drill. All right. Make sure you focus. Stay up. Breathe. All right. Let me see. Who wants to demonstrate first before I start picking people? Oh, I think I got a volunteer over there. Let me see. Who is this right here? Eddie. Let me see. 1 second, Eddie. All right, let's see it, Eddie. I can't see your feet, right? So I want you to lower the camera. You guys can follow as well, can look at Eddie's screen, okay? Good job, Eddie. I like the effort there. Just a couple of things. Let me see 1 second. Okay, there we go. So that was an awesome job. I think just a little bit of the order of going twice back and forth or going back and forth was a little off. And the last thing that I noticed was on the whip drill. Make sure that you don't post your hands on the mat because it seems like it makes you look like you're stumbling. Try to keep your chest up and move your arms as you move your legs around side to side. All right. Does that make sense? Let me see. Does that make sense, Eddie? Awesome. Let me see. Do we have any more questions? I mean, actually, do we have any more volunteers who can show disciple? Let's see a disciple. Let's see what you got, sir. There you go. Side to side whip. All right.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, disciple. I think you have most of the technique. I saw the protecting walk. You were facing the opposite direction, so you might want to work a little bit on that one. All right, Professor Travis sent the video out for people to watch. The only thing about you, disciple, one thing, it's the order of the routines. It's off, right? It's the whip first, and then kick the door drill second, around the world 3, protecting walk 4, the lizard is 5, and then the last one is kick the mouth, right? That's number 6. That's the one thing that I would recommend for you is write them down. Write down the names and number them 1 through 6. That way you can look at the sheet of paper as you're doing it in front of you. One good way for me to practice was I wrote down the numbers actually and put them in front of me, and I kept looking at them as I was doing the drill. Right, you can create 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 6, and name them. All right, sir. Does that make sense? Awesome. Let me see. I want to see Lola. Let's see yours, Lola. Let's see your tiger routine. There you go. Good, Cameron. You can join her as well. Good job, Lola and Cameron. That was awesome. So the only thing observation was on the lizard. You did the same side twice, right? So you went one side and then you spun around and then did it again. So you do one side and then do the other arm as well. All right, that was really good. So listen up, team. I would like to see everyone do it, but we are running out of time, and I want to save the last minutes to show you guys a couple things that you guys can do with your parents at home. And we call this games, right? It's just grappling games that are going to help you improve, right? And I'll show you guys here. So make sure you pay attention. And if your parents are there, you can let them know they can watch. And again, I would recommend for you to write notes. I'm going to use Professor Cameron here to demonstrate. So the question that one of the parents had this morning, it's what are ways for them to encourage the progression at home, right? It's very difficult to just show techniques from looking at them online when you haven't really don't know the idea of how grappling works yet. Maybe you have an idea but not quite understanding the mechanics, right? So what I want to get to is basically games of grappling that you guys can do at home, and sort of like a challenge, right? You're trying to create it, create a little bit of I would say the mentality of a game, but not so much competitive where you're trying to beat your kid, but obviously make it challenging each time. Each time the drill becomes more of a game over sparring, more of a challenge where your kid are able to get in tune and react to what we're doing, right? First thing I want to show, it's a couple balance drills and a couple back take drills to maintain the position. So that let's imagine that Professor Cameron is a 7 year old right now. Okay. So he's a pretty big 7 year old. I can probably beat up a lot of adults. So we're going to show you guys a couple things. So the first thing that I want to do as a parent is I want to show my kid the mount position, right? So they learn how to balance, how to post. And I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So let me see if you guys can see me. There we go. We'll start. This is the mount position. So spin around. There we go. So one thing that I want to do is this is something tendency that kids tend to do a lot is just sit up and they get rolled. Boom. They a lot of times they don't even post. They just fall to the side. You see, they give up such a dominant position. So you want to show them a little bit of learning how to pin. That's probably one of the best ways to sort of empower your kid right now instead of just showing them submissions. Submissions are great, yet they can be a little bit complicated. And this one is actually something that's going to guide them towards a better percentage of submission rate. All right. So watch. So what I want is I want to encourage the kid to post and just like Spider-Man, get shoulder heavy and squeeze your feet. So now my hips is they're not able to just move. If his feet are open, it's something that happens a lot. Then they start moving their hips. You see how much I can move, but he's able to squeeze it sort of like an upside down guard. It's a lot more difficult for me to move. Now this is the game. All I'm trying to do is I'm trying to encourage him to post and perhaps even push back once I make it more challenging with more resistance. right? So I post, push, and he's posting, staying low. So I'm gonna go side to side. So let's turn. We call this offsetting the weight. Right now we're center. His head is right above my head. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push him that way, and he's gonna drop this shoulder towards the opposite direction, and he's going to post far away with that hand. You see that? Now I'm not able to push him that way. Now I can go back to the other side. Yeah. So now this one becomes sort of like a game. You see, I'm pushing him side to side. I'm trying to make him post. I can bridge so he can squeeze his feet. And I'll do this for about 20, 30 seconds. Right? It's also a nice little workout for the parent on the bottom. Right? Now, as I add more resistance, I'm actually going to bridge my hips, and Professor Cameron is going to push back. You see? So turn around. So stay low here. So I'm going to push that way. That way you guys see my hips come up and sort of turn. He's simply going to stay very low and push back. That's the other part, right? Now I'll make it more challenging. What I'm actually going to do is turn all the way around to a turtle position, but he won't go for my back. His job is to stay on top, just like if he was riding like a bull or something that was spinning, right? Like turn. Notice. Yeah, keep turning. Now maybe I go back the other way. Turn. Boom. So that right by itself, right there, you're learning a lot of things. Learn how to balance, learn how to protect the dominant position, right? And it's a fun way to interact with your kid, help him with the progression of jiu-jitsu. The other part is the back mount. He's going to get hooks in, right? Seatbelt control. And my job is to encourage him to squeeze, stay very tight, and I'm just moving side to side. You see? Now make it a little more challenging. I turn. I do this a lot with the kids during private lessons, just to kind of check their balance, and I try to shake them off. And if they fall, it's fine, right? We'll just restart. Each time they'll learn to comprehend a little bit more what the objective is of the game, right? Other stuff we can do is maybe encourage them to pass guard. Maybe we don't know a lot about guard, but we can still encourage them, throw the legs to the side, move around, and as they're dropping their weight, we just make it more challenging. You see? More challenging. Drop to your knees, sir. There. Just like that. And then you turn, ask them to pin you down. Pin me down. Control. Maybe bump. That's it. He wins the game. Then you make it more and more challenging. Now, I understand there's a difference on size, right? What if I'm on the top? I can be controlled. I can put a little bit of weight without necessarily dropping all my weight. And I can encourage him to recover the guard. Go ahead and recover that. See, I have a lot of space. Boom. Maybe he has me in guard. I want him to practice a sweep, right? He starts bridging up just a little bit, and I encourage him to bridge. Maybe I post, and then I encourage him to take the arm away. And just like that, I can go from a back mount position, passing the guard drill game to sweep to the mount, and just I connect all the games together. Next thing you know, you have a lot of drills or games of positional sparring that are gonna help your kid. All right. If you have more questions, we don't have a lot of time today. Save them for tomorrow. Right. I just want to remind you guys about the 3:30 to 6:30 parents homework material pickup time. All right. You guys can also earn your stripes. We have our books, the new book we're working on. We have 24 chapters, 4 pages, right? And we also have our word of the week, right? As well as our life lesson. Again, this is the last day of the month, I'm sorry, and we start a new month tomorrow. So we'll have more life lessons, more word of the week, but you can still do this one as well to get a stripe, all right? And don't forget about all your other sheets, self-discipline. I know Professor Cameron mentioned it earlier, healthy eating, right? I hope you guys are making a wise choice while you guys are at home. Book club, you can add what you read here, or maybe whatever you guys are doing at home for school, right? And my jiu-jitsu homework. We're giving you guys plenty of material, drills, games, for you guys to practice on your own time outside of this class, for you guys to keep earning your character stripes, all right? So again, we'll see you guys tomorrow, 5 p.m., and on Thursday, 5 p.m., and Friday as well. I encourage you guys as well to watch the 11 a.m. daytime classes. There's a lot to learn, a lot of cool drills. We're gonna stand up, team. We're going to bow out just like black belts, just like martial artists, right? Everyone stand tall here, chest up. Ready, stance. Attention, and bow. Great job, team. You guys can continue watching the adult class as well, all right?
We're going to end this one right now and then restart the adult in just a couple of minutes, okay? So if you're logged on ready, just hang tight and start this one in just a bit.